Today, I, Matt Fryer, a bang average PGA professional, will be taking on a PGA Tour event. We are heading to TPC Sugarloaf, host of the Mitsubishi Electrical Classic, to see if I will be brought to my knees or will I become victorious and break par. Well, we have got down to our first hole. I am so excited for this. This is my first experience of a TPC golf course. I've not played any of the others, and this one is host to a Champions Tour event, the Mitsubishi, which is played in April next year. We're not playing off the back tees, we're just doing like maintenance on them, so they only really have those out for the championship. But this course, it's a par 72, it stretches over 6,600 yards, and it has a stroke rating of 73.6. So that means my brackets, 1 under to get the win, 1 over to finish top 5, and 3 over par to get inside a top 10. We've had one win out here in the USA so far. This is another one. Let's see if we can break par. The greens are incredible. I've seen some of this course, but I am pumped. Comment down below what you think we're going to shoot. Thank you to TPC for having us out. Let's make some magic. We've got 410 yards to start with here. There's 3 nines here. With this front 9 that we play is on the Mitsubishi event, then the Pines 9 that we play on the back 9 isn't part of that. There's something going on the other one today, but it's going to be a heck of a ride. Comment down below what you think we're scoring. Let's go. Hold your line. I think I'm going to have a little bit of a tricky shot in because it's just bounced off the right of the fairway, but who cares? It's hole 1, we're out in America, the sun's shining, we're good to go. So this place you're driving, it's a gated community here. The houses around here are incredible. You will get glimpses of them all the way around. It is insane. But here anyway, we have got, I need to laser this to see how far we've got. We're blocked out by these pine trees. It's going to be a job of, I think, punching it up to the front left corner of the green or pin high left. See if we can up and down it on the first. 152. 152 below those pines. I'm going to hit a little chippy 6 here. Just got to keep it below the pine. That's the only job I've really got here. Yeah, that's straight through them. Rule number 1, keep it on the fairway, I think, today. Here we find me still in the pine straw. This time we've only got 110, and I think that overhanging bit there shouldn't play too much of an issue. Looking back, that's the thing with these videos that we make. I'd almost like to have a practice round, because I would have just hit 3-wood up the left corner there and then had 8 iron in, 9 iron in. Would have known, but hey ho. Just knock a 50 down here, bit past it, maybe scrape a par if we hit a really good one. Sit. That'll do, limit the damage. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by this place already. I think it's going to be a proper test of golf, this. It ain't going to be no hidden giggle. A look at par. I don't think it's feasible because it's slick, it's down the hill, it's left to right. The greens are about, I think I saw 11.5 on the board before. Got about a foot of break in it as well, so just got to chip it along. Take my 5, every good round starts with a bogey, we're okay. Wow, there's a bit more break than that, Matt. It's about 4 feet of break. I'm trying no line on the ball now, that's my new thing. No line, pick it and trust it. Wow. I'm not too displeased with that. Poor tee shot obviously cost me, had no real shot. I was trying to get it down into this gully, but we move on. Let's see how we can go. I never really get wildly impressed by bunkering, but that's some of the best par 3 bunkering I've ever seen. The hole itself actually isn't that far from here. 1, 3, 2, but you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunkers you can see from here. The right hand ones, I would say, are at least 15 foot below the surface at the base. So going into them is nothing that you would want to do ever. That is just class, that par 3. Yeah, I can go dead at it. 9-iron, little 3/4, drive it off. Oh hey, somebody, a player out here in America. That somebody's me. Me. After he's just made bogey on the first. This is like when I think of America, this is it. Like hot day, tall pines, greens that are a bit grainy and slick. Everything looks pristine. Whew. Boy, we are lucky to be out here. Stay up. Oh, I thought it was so good for so long. Needed to go a bit higher or a bit pacier. One of the two. We'll take it though. That could have been a very, very easy way of making like double if you find yourself in one of them, but that hole, those 2 opening holes, they're brilliant. Just this tee here, just surrounded by luxury. The houses are insane. One behind the green's nuts, the one that's behind here is nuts. And that leads me to think, you know, I understand the shot scope stats now as to why so many fairways are maybe missed around here. Only 44% of fairways are hit on this golf course, and 27% of greens are only hit. And only, well I say only, 33 is the average number of putts. It's probably because everyone's just looking around going, oh my God, look at that. That's incredible, look at this, and you just get distracted. But here, it's a par 4, the 3rd hole, 350. You hit down to the fairway and it drops down round the corner. So just a 3-wood and just try and poke it in there into the wind. And let's finish about just at the top of the hills, 265 I think it was. So down there, little cut, job's a good one. Should be A1. That should be my first fairway found. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. 116 yards down the hill here. What a brilliant hole that is. If you were brave enough, you could maybe sneak driver, but you've got like a brook running in front of the green, and if you got, it is into wind today, if it was downwind, I reckon some players would get that, but 116 downhill, so that's like 110. Then it's 10 yards on, so it's 120. It's a strange one. I don't feel like it's a full 50, but then it should be, but 126 back, so I can nearly go full at this, I think. Oh, I've turned it, Matt. Soft. It's a green hit, but just shut the face a tiny bit on it, which is annoying, but que sera, it's there or thereabouts. Right, down the hill, lefty righty. About 30 feet here. That turnover wasn't what we wanted, but not the end of the world. Stay. Good pace. Very good pace. It just snapped a little bit more than first thought there. If you live around the 3rd hole of Sugarloaf and you happen to be watching our video, congratulations. Insane houses, insane. I think my 3-bed in Appleton might just about fit in those about 3 times. That's nuts. Nice little par though, easy little hole that. It felt like a little bit of a respite, that one, I would say. Probably a good birdie chance for when the pros are playing it, but for us, par, they will do, they will do. .522 yards this par 5 is. Again, 3 impressive bunkers up the right that start at 220 and go all the way to 280. It's very tight because there's a brook as well running down the left hand side of the hole, so I'm going to aim at the last trap and just hit a fade And with the wind sort of into off the right, it should pull shy of that, all being well. And if I get a bit of a pull, we're okay. If I flare it, I'm okay. That's the plan anyway. It's just... Oh wow. Have you seen where that is? It's on the fairway, up to where that buoy is. It's just covered the corner and gone up there, so should be all good. Right, well, a little bit of a lucky one there. I absolutely crushed it. And to be fair, I did say if I pull it, I should be okay. With the line that I chose, I did pull it slightly, but it's gone down there. Might be able to get the green in too. Now, actually looking at the fairway here, I've played a blinder because it's about 15 yards wide. It looks double the width from back on the tee on the angle, but I think we're going to be A1. Little survey for you though, little question. What does TPC stand for when you come to a TPC golf course? I think a lot of people will know TPC Scottsdale, Arizona, for instance, but I don't think a lot of people will know what the TPC stands for. Get in the comments, let me know. Fairway found, but we found a little sprinkler on the edge of it, so take a bit of relief. 221 to the front edge, 240 flag here today. Just going to go 3-wood. There is a brook in front of the green, so I'm going to air up the right and hopefully get something on if we can. That would be lovely. Club twirl, right edge of the green. Just a big dog, the Ethers, out here in America. 240 through the air, pitched it a little beyond the flag. Job done, 2 putts. Thanks for coming. Merker, you man. Well, the green hasn't quite been found. We're literally 3 feet off it. But we have got a slick putt for eagle here. Down the hill, I only need to sort of send it halfway. And we should be hole side. Just going to want to wrap right to left as well quickly. Look at that go. Wow. I couldn't have hit that much softer, and that was spicy down there. Need this one ideally. Bit of break in it, bit slide. Left edge maybe firm, or go a ball and dribble it. Gonna go a little bit outside. Oh, centre cup there. Absolute Centersville. Birdie, our first birdie here at TPC Sugarloaf. Man, that was good. That is such a good driving hole, that. 3-wood, 3-wood. I can see a few numbers being racked up on that one. This hole actually has a temporary green on it today because they're just finishing a little work project up by the green, just sort of making the brook a little bit bigger. So it is a par 72 normally. We're going to play this as a par 3. It's 172 to the flag. So I'm going to go 7-iron. It's in the fairway. Is what it is. You can only play the course that is in front of you. I got it pinned high, just pushed it a tad. It'll do though. It'll do. Actually been cut, this green as well. You can't really see it that way. You can see it when you're close up because the fairway are in that good nick. But just cozy it up and move on. Look at that go. Look at that go. That's still like 10 on the stimp. A 3. So our 6 holes, 458 yards today, a par 5, a blind one. You go up then down. We are a bit forwards because of the work, but it's going to be a good one. Just get it sent and get a birdie ticked off. Well, we have found the left rough. I thought it was going to be perfect. Maybe needed a little bit more fade. I hit it too straight up the left, but we've got 200 to the front of the green, 236 to the back. It's out of that sort of wispy little bit of rough here, so if I can get a 5-iron, I'm aiming to get up on the front right corner. If I get a flyer, we might get all the way back there, but front left, front right will do. Front right will do. Hopefully that carries that trap. Now try picking it off too clean and I'm in the bunker at the front of the green that looks about 28 feet deep. Lovely house behind it. Hopefully I won't be blading it through its window. Stinky shot here. 40 yards up to the flag and it's about 40 feet up here above me. Luckily I'm a wizard out of traps. All being said, I've got my 54 actually to open up and get a bit more distance out of this. Take a bit of sand and just 1-2 grip. That should be nice. Should release up a little bit. Maybe have about 10 feet I reckon. All being well. All being well. I am literally blown away by the property around here. It is just incredible. Oh, to live at TPC Sugarloaf. If I manage to live here, I think I've done something very right in life. Or potentially very wrong. But I would hopefully do it right. Up the hill, tiny bit of right to left in this. Let's knock her in, come on. Thank you to the man in the digger for stopping. That is a saucy little bird. Saucy little bird. Gets us, folks. That's right, out here in the States, in the red. In the red, we are cooking on gas on these little vlogs at the minute out here. I think the heat, getting these creamy legs out, is just working a treat. Right, a par 4 here. Only 2 bunkers on this one that are 249 and 264. There actually is a third one there. Oh, it must be hidden. Oh, I can see it now. 300 to get by them. We're downhill, downwind, hot climate. I'm going to try and go over the top of this tree and just let it work a little bit back towards the middle of the fairway, and we should hopefully miss them. That should be A1. Wasn't my best strike, but it is centre, placenta. That will do. Right, we are slap bang in the middle of the fairway. We've got 118. We're 6 holes in, well, 6.5. 118 to this. I'm quite happy with how it's going. Condition of the course is brilliant. It's really nice, and the fairways are lovely if you're on them. So if we can keep this going, I fancy, I don't want to say it early, it could be another in the red out here in the States. This is, yeah, 118 into the wind. I don't want to get a 50 up in the air because I feel like it'll just be taken, so I'm just going to chip a pitching wedge, sort of 3/4 shoulder swing, try and keep it out of the wind to get it somewhere near. That was how I exactly intended that shot, really skinny, and just flight it into the about 10 foot. I actually saw my club go outside for the first time this trip, and it just freaked me out. I tell you what, one thing about America when you play it, and like what the pros do incredibly well, is like finding the right spot to hit it to. I've hit a good shot there, like it's 12 feet, but I've got a downhill left to right, whereas where if I was 12 feet beyond the flag, uphill right to left, 12 feet right of the flag, straight uphill. So there's a lot to be taken from like how accurate the pros are for, and probably the caddies as well, actually putting it into the right spots and feeding it into pins. But I'll take this. If I can just drop it in, it would be even better. I've not hit it. Not hit it on that line. Right. Nah. A little par. Look at that for a touch of class. Just a basket on a par 3 of little TPC tees. So you're not searching around for a broken one. You can get on and just find yourself a little peg there and just pop it in. Oh, what a touch of class that is. It's 199 to the front of the green, and it's 216 yards from here. The only bunker that we have is greenside. I can see it staring rather aggressively at us. Hopefully it travels, because it was a little bit towy, but yeah, pin high, all thanks to that lovely mini tee that's coming with me. I'm stealing it. Go that way. For some reason I thought that was going to be a bit slower, which it wasn't. That was a shame. At least I saw what it was doing going by. Left edge putt. Come on. Went the other way. Well, that's a shame, because on that hole, 200 yards, 218 or whatever it was to the flag, I thought I'd hit a pretty decent one. Just rammed the first one, but level par. One more hole to go on this 9. We'll see what's what. The 9th hole, the main culprit here is a brook that's running all the way along the tee line, and I think it runs up the right of the hole. Bunkers are by the green here. It is 421 yards of par 4 to finish this 9 off. It's through a tight alley tee shot and then sweeps around the corner. I'm getting major sort of Augusta vibes around here. We're not, I mean, what were we, an hour and 15 I think from there roughly. There's azaleas just over here. Little brooks, there's pines, there's sweeping holes, elevation. It's been a real joy to watch it. And I'm actually, one thing, I don't really watch much seniors golf, but I'm going to see when the event's on next year, April the 20th I think, the 26th maybe, 2026. I'm going to watch it just to see how those old boys do, and if they're knocking it by me I'll be very upset. But we should be okay here now. A little lemonade round the corner. That should be A1. Yeah, just pitched in the shadow and working up the fairway. That will do, ladies and gents. I think it's just a nice 9-iron here. The wind's off the right a bit. Just take dead aim and just knock it close. Ideally would be my desired outcome. Getting such Augusta vibes, like 13th. I've not been to Augusta, obviously seen it on the TV loads, but with it being not that far away, and Norman designing this place, I wonder if he took a bit of inspiration. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Air a little bit left actually, and just hit your stocky. Oh no. Just hit the side of the green and just gone into the long rough by the water hazard. I thought the ball was below my feet, so it should fade, but I thought the wind was off the right to hold it. Evidently not. Right, it's a bit of a test here to finish the 9. Right, well we got the yardage, but not the direction. A bit scared of wildlife around here. I've just seen a huge turtle and a cricket. Luckily there's no gators out here. Chipping of the century. Ah! That turtle's mad. He a big old boy. He a big old boy. Right then, let's see if we can tidy ourselves up. It should have been a routine par, but a little leaked shot there. Just wiggled on me. Soft bogey. That early call of getting in the red might have been a little bit too early. It's not bad. I'm quite happy. Just a few sloppy errors. Wasn't far off, I don't think. But not knowing the course, I'm still pretty happy with that. Right, we now go on to the Pines 9, and we're at a 343 uphill. There is a big bunker in the centre of the fairway here. It's 280 to clear, So I'm going to go up the sort of middle with a cut and try and get it near about 60 yards in. Just pitched in that brown stuff and it's come bouncing around, it looks like. Just a few little sloppy bogeys like that one there. I didn't realise how much green was up to the left of the flag, which, hey ho, not the end of the world, but new 9. Let's see if we can keep going. We've got our targets 1 under, 1 over, 3 over. We're currently 1 over, and I feel like I've got a lot of golf to give yet, so who knows, we'll see. Right, 87 yards, it was absolutely fine that one, just in this sticky rough, so play it a bit forwards, pick it and cut it. 54, let's start this 9 off with a bang. That's definitely a bang and a crash and a wallop. That was awful. Not a good look that. I was actually a little bit desperate for the gentleman's and just duffed it when thinking of other things. A little chip will do us good though here. I was trying to pick that to get a bit of spin and, well, I haven't done that. A little bit too clean that shot, trying to be cute with it and got caught out. Oh dear God, this is a massacre. I had 87 yards in. Nope. Double, good one Matt. I will put that down to complete an utter lapse of concentration and running for the toilet. This hole, our 11th, is laden with bunkers 215, 240, 259, 330, 309, 321. It's only 330 yards the hole. If we do have a few groups in front of us, normally I'd actually just fancy just smashing driver up here, but for the pace of play purposes, I'm going to hit a 4-iron and just try and hold it up the right side and flick a wedge in, ideally. That is what you need after just making a mindless double, a bullet down the middle. Thank gosh for that. Right, 109 to this flag. Need to hit some good shots here now. Let's really knuckle down because Sugarloaf, TPC Sugarloaf, gave me the number. They gave me the number to hit, 69. So I am going to bunker down here because we're currently 3 over par. So I need to shoot 3 or 4 under to get to that. Par 71 after that changed hole. That's 3 under, so 5 under I need. Doable. That's all over it. It looked good. Looked like it was the right number. Only time will tell, ladies and gents. We need to get back on Trizak. A little bit uninspiring after the last hole. Scared of running it by. Little par though. Gets us back on the right track there. Gets us back on the right track. Par 5, 500 yards for us today. Bunkers 267 down the right and 287 down the left. So at the left was a little cut and we're all good. That should be A1. Down the hill, down the wind, out of a, I would say it's fairway. 7 or 8 iron. 175 front, 198 middle, but the green looks absolutely ginormous. Oh, that one hurt when I took it away then. Please miss the tree. Missed it, but it's right behind it. luckily I hit it that poorly. We stopped shy of middle wicket and we have a shot. Shame if we didn't make birdie here. Proper waste, but good pitch will sort all that out. At 4, that was not good. Obviously the slope of the bunkers kicked it a little bit right and made it look a lot worse than it was, but it wasn't very good by any stretch of the imagination. Right, come on, just having a little lapse here and concentration just, and this is no way a complaint before everyone gets in the comments, but man of my age now, we played 36 in a day, done some filming at the foundry. I don't know how these young whippers, I don't even know how I used to play 54 holes in a day, because I'm starting to feel it today. Starting to get a little bit of delirium, but holding this could solve everything. Wow, I thought that was gonna, but it didn't. It didn't. It's a 5, it's a par. Waste of such a great drive, but this 9, I'm getting a lot more sort of feels of these types of bunkers. If you just pan round, there's lots of tall pines here, and then these really sort of undulating approaches. Feels like there's a bit more undulation this side, and a lot of these deep bunkers that are guarding greens. It's that, I mean, that as an image is just class. I'm absolutely loving it out here. I could quite happily be a member. Right, our 4th hole on the pines is a par 3. I know it's not Augusta, and I keep saying it is, but this is what I imagine a little bit of it to be like. Just lots of undulations, these tall trees in those bunkers. They're obviously not as, these are a lot more severe, these bunkers, but 170 is a par 3. That is just a great looking golf hole, that. That'll do, just trickling through the shadows, 20 feet. Player. Little pitch in there, and it's not really me. I thought I'd moved more. It must have just been skirting back. Uphill, right to lefter. Come on, Matt. What a golf course. I am absolutely buzzing, and a big shout out to all you who watch as well. If you're an American and you're watching and you don't follow our content, make sure you do. And everyone back home, thank you. It's yous who get us on places like this and let me play golf as a job. Albeit not good sometimes, but I'll tell you what, it's fun. But even better if this one goes in. Couple of, about 3 balls up the hill, and it's going to move. Oh, you absolute. Well, that's a kick in the beep. This intermission was brought to you by. It's a 3. I'll take it. I'm happy with it. Honestly, I am. It was the early step. Why the early call, man? ...366 yards this hole is playing, and there are bunkers aplenty. Look at this. We have 269, 285, 298, 344, 354, 364, and when you look up at the hole, it's down then up. What a golf hole that is. I think I'm going to go sort of the left traps and try and work it left, because that's what I've been hitting all day. And that should leave me shy of the bunker on the right hand side then, which will be absolutely A1 to probably have about a 9-iron wedge in, all being well. That was the shot. Little Kutski up there. 50 degree, 3/4, boom. Try and keep it lower. Don't let it get up in the air and let the wind have its wicked wango card with it. Should be dead centre this flag as well, it looks like. Oh, I've turned it. Got the flight, like height wise, I just rolled the face a little bit and looks like I'm on the front left corner. Looks like it's going to be a long old putt. Under-egged how much uphill that was, to be fair then. I hit it all right, but dove it a little bit, but we've got about 30 feet up the hill with a big left. One thing that strikes me about this place as well, like, because of the undulation, if you did ever come and play here, you've got to know like slopes, how far it's going to affect it, because not only have you got a big adjustment to make for up and down, also the greens, they're all big, so you could leave yourself with like a 40-yard putt if you didn't calculate everything right. But the only beauty of that is the greens are perfect, so you've got no excuse. Start turning, start turning. It was nearly there. We're ticking those pars off, but 4 holes to go. We need 3 birdies. We need 3 birdies, maybe 4 to get the win, 4 to get in the red. What are we? We're 1 outside the top 10 mark at the moment. And if I don't get top 10, I've got to pay for Joe to go and play Augusta, so I need to get my act together. .390 down the hill. This one is the 6 hole on the Pines 9. Bunkers 257, 275 to get right by on the left. So I'm just going to cut it off them because that's the shape of the hole as well. So it should give me that nice little chase down the fairway and get us, you know, hopefully somewhere with like 100 left on the hole would be lovely. Actually re-grip that up at the top. That was very VJ Singh of me. It's perfect. I had it that bad it was good with my little re-grip. Right, we're chasing the light in here towards the end, but it's absolutely gorgeous. The shadows are just falling through the pine trees and dancing across the fairways and the greens, which is brilliant. It's honestly, this course, it's hands down the best I've played in America. I've not played a great amount out here, probably, I want to say, I think 15 courses maybe I've played out here, but easily the best that I've played. I'd maybe like to tick off all the TPCs. I wonder if anyone's done that. Give us a little drop in the comments if you're maybe an American out here and you've played all the TPCs. How does this one compare to the others? 90 yards we've got here. About time. I've hit some good wedges and then I've hit some like just meh ones, but this yardage 90 has generally given me a bit of a feeling. So 54 just past chest, we should get close. Come on, this is where we need to take advantage now, Matthew. Such a bad strike. Please release. With the right shape, I just towed it, just quit on it, not quite got that zip through them this afternoon. Anyway, we've got what looks to be 20 feet down the hill, so fingers crossed. Needed to get that in closer, wasn't good enough that one. We've just done a lot of, I think this is where my golf's getting better. I'm not playing fantastic and I'm not too far away, but hold this and everything changes. Nope. Sit. Rammed it. That looked uphill to me. Anyway, I hold these for fun. It's a 4, should have been having a better look at birdie, not scraping for a par, but we'll take it. We've got 3 holes to go. The sun's just creeping down here. Absolutely lovely, isn't it? What a play. Imagine living round here. It would just be heaven. The 7th is a par 3 on the Pines 9. 175 downhill, so it's only actually playing about 160 minus the elevation. So 2 big bunkers right, a big drop off left. Only going 9 iron, so fortunately the flag is slap bang in the middle, and the wind seems to have dropped actually now a little bit. So dead aim and just hit a little sort of drive forward shot, keep it straight. Travel, travel. Oh, just on the front edge. Didn't quite get all of that one, took it a little bit too much off it, should have just given it a good pummel. We would have been okay, but chip and a putt, see what we can do. Right, yeah, should have given that everything there. It was a little bit too safe. The flag is like on top of a tier and it goes straight down afterwards, so I'm going to land this about 4 or 5 feet on out of the rough, and it'll just run its way up with the 50, hopefully to a tap in. Oh, wasn't far out. I actually thought I'd overhit that, but it gripped rather well out of the rough there. It was probably the sort of the rough that was most like home. That it wasn't that sort of Brillo-y soft rough, but a little bit of concentration needed here now. That cry on the 6th hole I think did us. Oh gosh, I tell you what, these last few have sped up. Saved it. Should have been a pretty routine up and down that, but I'm quite surprised how quick that putt was, given how quick the chip stopped. Hey ho, it's a drop shot. We've got a 5 and a 4. We're 4 over par. If we could pick 2 up on the way back in, I'd be happy with it, but regardless of that, I've absolutely loved this golf course. .220, a little buck runs. The hole's 513, but the main worry is that bunker at 273 to 293 up the right. It is a dogleg right to left par 5. We've got to sort of start it at that and try and hit a little draw. Try and hold it that way is my best option to get it somewhere where we want it to. Fingers crossed I can do, and if I do leak it, I'll carry the trap doing that, because it's downhill and downwind. Just got to trust the draw swing, just let it release a little bit more. Come on. It's just clipped and hit, but I've actually seen it kick out in the water, so it's going to be a drop. Why do I try and draw it? Why don't I just hit 3 wood down there? Idiot. I was trying to find a way across because my golf ball, I saw it spit out, and it's just staring at me here, just in the water hazard. God only knows why I tried to draw it. I've not hit driver well all week, and now I'm trying to hit draws, but I'm literally here, but that's a hazard, so little drop. Get a 3 wood snotted up near the green. This is my 3rd shot. Please carry those traps. Yes, we did. We carried them. We did have 322. They were 236 to get over, so should have a little pitch, maybe up and down for par. Come on, we've stumbled here at the last hurdle, but I've got 73 yards. Let's see if we can get in close with the 58, save the par. Save it. Go in. That was nearly a slammy-o donkey-o. Little 6-footer for par, it looks like. We could be saving here. I would have liked a bird down there, but obviously I tried doing something I'm not capable of. Right, here we go. Little down the hill, tiniest bit of break in it, but I'm not going to let that get in my mind. Just going straight and rolling it in. Yes. Yes. Lovely flags as well here. Lovely flags, white coloured cups. And just an absolute joy to play. Par, what a save that was. Snotted 3-wood pitch. And then, so that's the stupid thing, it's 520 that. I could have got home with a 3-wood. 3-wood, 7-wood I would have been on. Yet I try and draw a driver and just ruin it, Jeff. It's the final hurrah. We're not going to break par, but we've had a hell of a day. 425, 294 the bunker up there. Just again, just so ever present when you look up these holes. They're just down, they shape them so well. I think that's been my favourite thing about this golf course, the bunkers. Luckily, I think I've only been in one. Also, how lovely is the sound out here now? Just like the crickets, very tranquil. Sort of sound you don't get while playing golf in America, out in England, sorry, you don't get these sounds. Right, at that trap and just let it fade. Keep cutting, keep cutting. Soft, 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 soft. Just shy of it, perfect. Perfect. Gonna have about 150 in there. Be nice to finish on a little bird to end this adventure, but we will see. So I've just had a bottle of water here as we're finishing. Look at this, in turn of the century, farmhouses, sugars was prized commodity. Large quantities of sugar were made in Florida and the Caribbean, then shipped to farms around the country in the form of sugarloaf. The loaf was then cut into more manageable pieces with the help of a tool called a sugar snip. To pay homage to the Rowlands family and this property-rich farm history, the sugar snip serves as a symbol to our members of the special place where they have decided to relax, appreciate family and build fond memories of a lifetime. That's a sugar snip. I've been wondering what that logo was all day. That's mad. How cool is that? Sugar and a sugar loaf, so a big piece of sugar basically they would bring out. That's wow, just wow. Right, well we've got 140 up the hill. It's probably playing about 160 this up the hill, so I'm just going to hit a little 8-iron, just a little cutty 8 off the front foot and just get it landing a little softer. Look like the right yardage. Look very good, that one. That was a nice strike to finish on. God, it's so tranquil out here. Well, 4 over par wasn't to be, but an absolutely awesome experience out here. TPC Sugarloaf, thank you for having us out, and if you're ever in the area and you get the chance, come check this place out, because that is #1 on my American list so far. Guys, why not check out another video here where I'm taking on a counterpart from America.